university has successfully carried out some scientific researches and also some technological innovation. Have you been able to commercialize any so far?
Talking about commercialization is an ongoing process. Like if you consider the processes involved in developing a product, and after the product, before you go ahead to commercialize, it's important you think of patenting it so that the product is not lost in the process of commercialization. The university has a lot of patents in place, a number still in the process of being patented, and that was what actually led to the industry partnership that we had not long ago, where we invited them, just like I addressed them during the gathering. We were able to showcase the research endowments of the university, the facilities we have, the various products we have, and then we gave them form, like our feedback form, for them to look through the various products we have, indicate areas of interest, and from there we begin to sign MOU. That is just the next phase that we are going into.
What are the prospects of some of these technological innovation from the university?
Technological innovations, let me start with the automobile vehicles produced in the university. We have these electric cars produced by a faculty in chemical engineering and his team. Presently, they've been completed, like what we have as Keke Marwa, and then we have another one with a unique shape of the car, that shape imported from India, but all other things manufactured within. And then we have started using them for transportation here, just like campus shuttle, from the gate to campus. That is one thing. And again, if I must talk about technological innovations, then let me talk about my research cluster. My field is e-governance and e-business research. The World Health Organization, for over a decade ago, once pronounced Nigeria a dead zone, looking at the number of medical doctors available to the population, even the facilities we have. So presently, during the last convocation ceremony, we commissioned a telemedicine project where we made available to a number of clinics, hospitals around us within the local government as a way of performing our social corporate responsibility, so that clinics can begin to talk to us where they are short of adequate manpower. We rise to the occasion to make that available.
You mentioned something about a partnership with different organizations and institutions, specifically not the same but quite different in their disciplines. Apart from using them to be able to, having this partnership to be able to attain that strategy, is there any other reason or impact you want to feel from these industry partnerships?
Right now, as we speak, if you look at the various sectors of the economy, let me start with banking. The software deployed there, as at the last time I checked, it was on record that over 80% of the software developed within the banking sector, that they were imported from India. Then you ask me what we are doing here. And that is not unconnected with the recent cry for local content. But I'm glad that NIDA is now working on that, at least to showcase the IT endowment of Nigerians in that regard. Go to the telecoms, particularly, say, Ericsson, talk of MTN, because we have a large number of our graduates that are employed there. For training, you see them go to South Africa for training. So what we are saying the essence of that interaction, the booklet we gave out, we listed most of the research facilities we have as an institution. The question is, why go abroad when you have an institution that has this, an institution that is committed to research?
Where would you rate Nigeria in the aspect of using emerging trends of integrating instructional technologies in the education system, in your own opinion?
To be very modest is to say Nigeria is a non-starter. And I'll tell you why. Last year, we have it on record that over 1.7 candidates applied for admission into the higher education institutions in Nigeria. At the end of the day, only 0.5 million succeeded in getting placement, meaning we were left with 1.2 million. The year before, the same margin. I think it's just this year that from the statistics given that we had 1.4. Why the decline? I can't say, but on a regular basis, it's been 1.7. And so you see students on a yearly basis trying to apply, and this probably will have been responsible for youth restiveness that we witness. We see some parents trying to go outside their ways to just get their words in. Borrowing a leaf from the, we call it the Asian tigers, countries in Asia, China, Taiwan, going through the developmental stages before attaining their feet.
How has Covenant University bridging the digital divide in the educational use of ICT?
Thank you. Not only ECA, at the turn of this millennium, talking about year 2000, world leaders gathered in Geneva and came up with the Millennium Development Goals towards poverty eradication, and the goals were aimed at halving poverty by the year 2015. 3 years after the leaders met and observed, the way out is the adoption of ICT. And that was why, since then, we've been talking about e-learning, e-health, e-government, whatever thing that you can think of. That is, if we are thinking of developing capacity, human capital development to solve these problems is going to be a challenge. So why not see how we can reduce drastically human input, put in technology to help us drive? And you will agree with me that that concept is just the same thing as what you are saying, ICT for development.